Last week's episode of Monday Night Raw will go down in history. A mediocre show made really good by a red-hot crowd. Tonight, surely be the same, won't it? Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to these. These are going to be some more Raw thoughts. Thank you so much to the guys at irontooth.co.uk, to Chris, who's done me that awesome graphic, and has not only done me one for that, he's also done me one for my 10 years ago series, for my 97th Heaven, and for the big one that's coming up in a few days, and brand new Q&A, a brand new episode of Question Mark. I did a vid on Sunday night saying I've passed 1,000 subscribers. I want to do a quick Q&A. Ask me some questions. At this moment in time, at the moment of writing this, writing my notes here, I've had 119 comments on that video, totaling over, because of course some people give me more than one question, well over 100 questions. Now bear in mind that the last Q&A I did last February had 89 questions and was an hour and a half long. I will warn you now, this is probably going to be quite a long video. In fact, I may split it into two parts, to be honest. I may upload one bit on Thursday and one bit on Saturday, because surely that, it's going to be a long. Anyway, shall we get on with this one? So, we start off with a match. That's never a bad thing, is it? As Randy Orton and Sheamus defeat Big Show in a handicap match that's just a bit strange, don't you think? Handicap match, Wrestling 101, we know this one. Babyface takes on two heels. Babyface wins by defeating the odds. This match works, the two babyfaces, one heel. This match works if, and only if, in my opinion, if there's tension between the two babyfaces, which, if there is, it's the first vid I've done this year where the window's open and the cupboard just started moving on its own. That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah. There was not a shred of tension shown between these two men whatsoever. One good moment in the match, in my opinion, Sheamus managed to hit an electric chair drop on Big Show, which was very, very impressive. Randy Orton gets the draping DDT, goes for the RKO, Big Show counters, goes to chokeslam, but a bro kick and an RKO gets the win for the babyfaces. This was alright, I suppose. We recap the Shield owning 3MB on SmackDown, which of course I didn't see, so it's news to me. 3MB then come out and they call out the Shield, but the Shield are not the ones who come out, it's Brock Lesnar who comes out. And, you can probably imagine how it goes for 3MB in this situation, as Brock Lesnar absolutely obliterates 3MB. Heath Slater taking two F5s on his stomach on the guardrail on the outside, which was ridiculous, to be honest, in my opinion. Paul gets on the mic, basically challenges Triple H again to a cage match at Extreme Rules, and it's one of those, okay, do we need to see a rubber match? I suppose they've got one victory each, I get that, I do, but at the same time, no reason to care, because Triple H put his career on the line and beat the guy. What else is there to achieve? Damn cupboard. What else is there to achieve between having these two podiums? Basically, if that shuts, and it just goes black, yeah, it's because that's shut, because it's quite windy today. It's nice, look, it's a lovely day actually. Really, really nice. Really chuffed about it. Spring is here. Yay! Anyway, then, oh god, Kofi Kingston defeated Antonio Cesaro to win the United States Championships. The thing is, this match, championships, I said that, championship, just the one. Yeah, you can probably imagine how. Alright, I'll shut the window, fine, okay? Alright, fine, I'll just boil, because the cupboard won't play ball. I'll just take the screws off, shouldn't I? Just take the door off. Anyway, so I should really just start recording in a proper studio, really, shouldn't I? I should get a green screen and a decent camera and not have pots everywhere. Anyway, the point, because I think I got a professional intro, I need a more professional vid. you know what I'm going to say. You know exactly what I'm going to say. Cesaro comes out and yodels, which is an interesting touch, and the match is nice. It is a nice, good match. Kofi Kingston hits a Trouble in Paradise, which knocks Cesaro to the outside. Yeah, Charles Robinson's face when he does it. What have we got? Go on. What are ye? That's an ambulance. Another day in the city centre. So yeah, Crossbody is carried into a great backbreaker by Cesaro. Superb sell job by Cesaro in this match to winning Trouble in Paradise. Absolutely superb. You know what I'm going to say though? Cesaro has been champion for months and has not won a single match in that time as far as I know. Missed out on WrestleMania and then loses the United States Championship in a match that has absolutely zero build. What? I just do not understand why they did this. It just baffles me, to be honest. It's lazy booking is the only thing. Let's do a title change. Why? Because we did one last week. Okay then. Everyone went crazy for it last week. You know, crowd are just noticeably fatter than last week. I mean, really noticeably. We then recap Dolph winning the title last week. I bet he loses tonight, it says on my notes. And next week he'll lose as well. Now, and the pop, it's still awesome. The pop that they get in coming out, from cashing in, and from winning the match, all three pops are just wonderful. Dolph and his crew join us for a victory spree. In fact, he's just too good, he says. The crowd are not hot for Dolph this week, which is interesting. Out comes Del Rio. He's got a yellow shirt. I think everyone just has to have a yellow shirt by default now. I don't know. But he wants a rematch right now. But before he can have his rematch, Vicky comes out. She says the match is starting right now. But then Jack Swagger comes out. Zeb says the reason that Dolph could cash in is because of Swagger injuring Del Rio's leg. Swagger attacks Del Rio, slamming his leg into the post and putting on the Patriot lock, which is lovely. So it looks like we're getting another rematch at Extreme Rules, which by the looks is just going to be a show of rematches from WrestleMania. Just like ways. So then Hell No to squash the primetime players. They announced it's the Shield versus Hell No and Undertaker next week in London. Match would have probably drawn on pay-per-view. Putting it on free TV doesn't really seem to make any sense, but it never worked. And the thing is, the thing about this one is, if you get the chance to go to one of these shows, because you know I've never seen the Undertaker as the Undertaker, if that makes sense. I've seen the Undertaker many times, but every single time it's been the American Badass Undertaker, not, you know, the Dead Man Undertaker. But, you know, that's that nice. A choke slam by Kane, down headbutt from Bryan are the highlights of this match. Primetime players look shit as always. Ryback cuts a really, actually genuinely really good, I'm not just saying it, really good, a genuinely good promo, where he says every time that he got beaten down by the Shield, there was no sign of John Cena. But every time that John Cena got beaten down by the Shield, he was there. And you know what? This isn't the type of promo that makes me go, boo. This is the type of promo that goes, yeah, absolutely fully right. Because they showed all the instances. It reminded me of the Aces and Eights storyline promo that Bully Ray did on Impact recently, where he showed every single part of the storyline. Points that you'd forgotten about to get to this point, and everything made sense. This was one of those promos. It just all clicked. It all works. And it was I'm glad they pre-taped it. That is what I'll say. I don't think this one would have worked as well live, but it was good. It was all good. And then R-Truth defeated Wade Barrett, because why would the Intercontinental Champion win? That'd just be stupid. Match played out to silence as Lawler tried to defend John Cena after what Ryback had just said, whereas while JBL is sat there going, no, he's fully right. And the thing is, like I say, I'm with JBL on this one. Every single thing that Ryback said was like, yeah, spot on, you're fully right. You're right to be pissed off about this. You're absolutely right. Truth wins by reversing a pump handle slam into the lie detector. The match was awful. In the back, Teddy makes it Swagger versus Ziggler tonight. He tells Vicky. Vicky says, does Booker know about this? He's like, no. She's like, oh, fair enough then. Make it. Lovely. Teddy should have made it a tag match though, surely. Holla, holla. Rose Scholars defeated Kelly and Santino. A shit match. Just plays to silence again. Santino uses the Cobra on Damien Sandow. And then Hornswoggle, who's on the outside with them, tries to do a mini one to Cody Rhodes. Does it on his stomach. Cody's like, you're not even doing it right. That allows Sandow to roll up Santino. Yay. Whoop-de-doo. And then, I'm probably going to get some heat for this, but meh, I don't care. I've been quite vocal this week. If you're on my Facebook, you'll know especially that I've been quite vocal about Fandango, because I'm getting bored of it. It was fun last week on Raw, genuinely, the way that everyone was dancing, and it was like, oh my god, look at this, when everyone was, you know, singing along to his theme tune on the train and things like that on the way home. Yeah, by Wednesday, I was getting very bored of it. By Thursday, it's like, please make this go away, because they had this campaign going over here in the UK. I don't know if this was a worldwide thing, yeah. Well, it was on Twitter and Facebook, I suppose, so it was a worldwide thing, of let's get Fandango's theme music into the chart. Now, it was one of those, no, And you know, people said, why not? Because I've got better things to spend my money on than a theme music that I'm going to play once and go, God, that's irritating, and never play it again. Because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, I don't ever buy entrance themes. Just what would I do with them? I mean, when you're going to get your mates around, right, let's play some entrance themes. No. Do you know, this year, I can tell you how many times I've listened to entrance themes. Yeah? One time, when the last time I went to Fight Club Pro, on the road trip down there, we listened to entrance themes, and it was fun. Yeah, but it's not the type of thing I buy as a rule. And just my Facebook and Twitter were just Fandango, 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 Fandango. And all the time, I just sat there, lay back with my arms folded, going, right, you know that you guys are going to get really bored of this, don't you? Like, really quickly. I hope it's, I mean, I kept saying the same thing. I hope it's not like the Yes thing. I really do. You know, sorry, I hope it is, like, it's got some longevity to it. But he's not Daniel Bryan, so I don't think he can see what's working. And predictably, the crowd really didn't give a fuck this week about Fandango at all, did they? In the slightest. I mean, in the slightest. I would have booked him in a squash match against a nobody, really. Or hell, you know, I was going to say, let's, you know, put him in a handicap match or something like that. That's just stupid. Yeah, just have him squash someone completely here. But no, Jerry Lawler comes out and introduces him, and he basically tries to get people doing his dance, and then tries to get the people to, you know, tries to explain how you say his name. And you're just like, please, please, please go away now. Because he's gone straight back. Last week was fun because of the crowd, I think. But he's gone straight back. My opinion of him has only changed in the sense that I was impressed with his match at WrestleMania. He's still a get-off-my-TV kind of character. And, you know, I'm sure there's people out there who completely disagree with that. And that's all good. But this character is sure as fuck not going to last if they keep doing shit like they did tonight. Oh yeah, that reminds me, yeah. Next week, I mentioned before, yeah, Raw is taped in London. And so the whole of the IWC is going, my God, the crowd's going to be as good as last week. And here is something I just want to say, right? I hope I'm wrong about this really badly, all right? But, you see, the thing is, it's a pre-taped show. So it'll be taped and then aired in America a few hours later, and they have time to tinker with it. Yeah, so Fandango, for example, is ridiculously over. I would put money on them drowning them out. Them completely drowning out the crowd noises. I really would not expect, if the crowd are really loud for Fandango, I would not expect next week's Raw to be, you know, covered in Fandango, personally. But that's just me. I hope I'm wrong, I really do. It won't be the same as last week, though, I'm sure of it. Anyway, with that said, we go to the back. John Cena says he will put on his yellow t-shirt and he will call back Ryback. Call out Ryback. Yay. And then Jack Swagger defeated Dolph Ziggler. Back to his losing ways for Dolph, obviously. I mean, why wouldn't he? Crowd are naturally quiet because it's heel versus heel. Because, and yeah, if it's heel versus heel, if it's face versus face, you've got to choose one or the other. So, of course, they just choose neither. Match is okay at best. Swagger drops Ziggler on the ropes and rolls him up for the win. Del Rio then attacks Swagger at the top of the ramp with a super kick and the arm breaker. Beat the champ, get the title shot booking. Again, it just bugs me. It's stupid, lazy booking. In the back, Mark Henry attacks Sheamus. When Michael Cole asks why would he do that, JBL quips with, because that's what he does. What more do you need to say? Out comes CM Punk. He's been off my TV for one whole week. I haven't missed him in the slightest. He talks about his title reign. He talks about working with The Rock. What more do you do after you've done those 2 weeks? After the streak, don't you? And then an Undertaker / CM Punk chant breaks out. And he just decides to leave, which is nice, I suppose. Booker and Teddy argue in the back. Booker then makes it Dolph versus Del Rio versus Swagger at Extreme Rules, which is nice. And then, in our main event, because it is, Nikki Bella defeated Caitlyn. Caitlyn doesn't get an entrance. She's a Divas champion. Why would she get an entrance? Utter silence, and this match is 5 minutes long. And the highlight of this one is King saying that one of the Bellas is certainly larger than the other. Dirty, dirty old man. Excuse me. Utterly lost interest. Match is the Bellas swap places. They hit the twin magic to get the win, and I don't give a shit. And that is our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Because then John Cena comes out, complete with yellow t-shirt, just like he planned. He calls out the Ryback, who comes out, and they cut to the Shield warming up in the back, and I don't know why. Because my first thought was, wow, that's some WCWS production right there. But then my second thought was, why would they have a camera on that? They don't normally have a camera, do they? Why would they be filming this? I just don't know why that is. Really, really strange. Anyway, the worst part about all this is, right, Cena really winds me up with this one, because he starts talking about Ryback's bid, about how it was a bid full of excuses and it was boring. And the thing is, it wasn't excuses at all. It was all true. It was all true. And then the Shield come out, and we're meant to look surprised, even though we'd just seen them, and fucking start battering on Cena. And Ryback walks away. And Cole, like the fucking idiot he is, wonders why Ryback isn't helping. And it's like, so what? You're not following the storylines on your own fucking show, you absolute prick. Yeah. Ryback explained it as clear as day, and Cole started going, why isn't Ryback helping? Oh my god, you're such a fool! Anyway, and that was the show. Really enjoyed the first hour, apart from, the title change, but, that's to be expected, isn't it? The rest of it dragged and was boring, and I genuinely tried my hardest. I've been trying to... Me and Bobby Cash have been talking about recently about negativity and how negative I am. So I've been really trying to, I'm going to go into this show positive, I'm going to enjoy reviewing it, I'm going to enjoy watching it. And I tried, and I really tried with this one, and it just didn't work at all. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Raw? I'd love to know. I have got a Q&A to record. It will be up either in its entirety or in parts on Thursday. Please, no more questions. I have plenty, okay? I have more than enough, all right? I'm Mark P. This has been my Raw Thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.